Well, you've probably heard about Part 2 of the health care reform law that President Obama signed last week. Well, the new law includes a big change in how college students finance their education. Our national correspondent Tracy Potts is live in Washington to explain how these new changes will affect you. So, Tracy, what do college loans have to do with health care reform? This was added on, right?
Yeah, it was added on. It really has nothing to do with health care reform. But when they went back to do Part 2, they had to strictly stick with budget issues. And this is one of those issues that Democrats had wanted to deal with and the president had promised as a campaign promise he would deal with. So the bottom line here, the government is now cutting out banks as a middleman when you go to get a federal student loan. You know, a lot of people used to get their loans through Chase or Citibank or some other bank. Well, now you will get those loans directly from the federal government, and that is starting this summer. That is supposed to save the government $68 billion. That's billion with a B. And they're going to funnel most of that money into Pell Grants. Again, this is money that you don't have to pay back. It's given to low and middle income students to go to college. That is money that they want to spend on those students, and they're going to do two things: give more Pell Grants and also raise the amount of the maximum grant so you get another $425 a year, the White House says, with these changes. Now, good news also, if you're going to be taking out a loan, it's going to take a bit of a less of a bite out of your wallet. There's going to be a 10% cap on what you pay back. There used to be 15%. And they're going to forgive the loan 5 years earlier. So bottom line, let me show you an example here. If you owe $20,000, that's just around average for most students, but then you come out of college and you get a job, say, that's only paying about $30,000, what you pay monthly for that loan payment is going to cost you $110 less. It's money you can spend on your car, on groceries, or maybe even put into savings.
A lot of people will like that. Tracy, you said most of the money goes to Pell Grants. Where does the rest go?
Well, they're giving some of the money to community colleges, which, as you know, Tracy, has really become a big issue for people who are jobless. A lot of people are going back to community colleges to retrain, so some of this money will pay for retraining programs. And then they're also giving about $2.5 billion to HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities, and other minority institutions. Believe it or not, they make up about a third of all colleges and universities that grant degrees. Those schools are going to get some money so they can beef up their programs.
Great. Tracy, thanks so much. Tracy Potts reporting live from Washington.